My dear friend, let me begin with a question that may sound simple, but is, in truth, the key to your freedom. Why do you feel so heavy? Why does your heart sometimes ache, even when you sit in silence? Why do the nights feel long, and the mornings arrive with the same worries? I tell you this with love. It is not your age. It is not your body. It is not the years that make you feel this way. It is the weight you are still carrying inside, the memories you replay again and again, the grudges that you keep hidden like old letters in a drawer, the regrets that whisper to you at night, the fears about tomorrow, about money, about health, about death itself. All these things, you carry them like a traveler, dragging a heavy suitcase long after the journey has ended. But here is the truth. You don't have to carry it anymore. You can put the suitcase down today. And when you do, you will realize something extraordinary. Letting go is not losing. Letting go is freedom. And freedom is the doorway to true happiness. Stay with me until the end, my friend, because what you will hear today has the power to change not only how you see your past, but also how you live your final years on this earth. The burden of holding on, imagine your life as a house. Over the years, you filled it with objects. Some are precious, but many are broken, heavy, and no longer useful. And yet, you refuse to let them go. Slowly, the house becomes crowded. There is no space to move, no space to breathe. Now imagine taking out one box, then another. Suddenly, you can walk freely again. You feel lighter. This is what happens when we let go inside our hearts. The Buddha often spoke of clinging the tight grip we keep on things, people, and even ideas. Clinging is what causes suffering, not the things themselves, but our refusal to release them. Letting go is like opening your hand after holding a burning coal. The moment you release it, the pain begins to heal. The arrow of suffering. The Buddha told a story of a man shot with an arrow. Instead of removing it, the man asked endless questions. Who shot me? From what direction? What kind of bow did he use? What feathers are on the arrow? And while he asked, he suffered. He died with the arrow still inside him. This, my dear friend, is what happens when we cling to our pain. We ask why life hurt us. We ask who is to blame. We replay the same story over and over, but the pain stays. Letting go is simply removing the arrow. You don't need to solve the mystery of why life was hard. You only need to release it. Forgiveness. Releasing the past, some of you still carry the heavy stones of unforgiveness. Maybe a family member betrayed you. Maybe a friend abandoned you. Maybe you blame yourself for mistakes long ago. But carrying these stones hurts only you. The Buddha said, holding anger is like holding a hot coal, waiting to throw it at someone. But until you throw it, it only burns your hand. Forgiveness is not for the one who hurt you. It is for you. It is the moment you put the stone down. I once met a grandmother who had not spoken to her sister for 30 years. She told me, I don't even remember what started the fight, but I still feel the pain every day. I asked her, if you cannot even remember the cause, why keep drinking the poison? A month later, she wrote a letter to her sister, not to blame, not to argue, but simply to say, I wish you peace. She told me afterward, even if she never replies, I feel free. Letting go of regret. Regret is another burden. Maybe you feel you wasted time. Maybe you feel you worked too much and loved too little. Or perhaps you made mistakes that you wish you could erase. But regret is like trying to rearrange footprints in the sand after the tide has washed them away. The past cannot be changed. It can only be accepted. The Buddha taught that the past is gone like last night's dream. The future has not yet arrived. Only this present breath is real. And in this breath, you can choose peace. Forgive yourself. You did the best you could with the knowledge you had. The child you once were, the young adult you once were, they all walked with less wisdom than you have today. Can you be compassionate to the younger version of yourself, just as you would to a child learning to walk? Money, wealth, and letting go. Many older friends I meet worry about money. They ask, will I have enough? Did I save enough? What if I become a burden? But wealth in Buddhism is not measured in dollars, but in contentment. If you eat and are nourished, you are rich. If you sleep with peace in your heart, you are rich. If you can share a smile or a story with someone, you are rich. I once knew a man who counted his coins every night with worry. He feared losing them. One day, he began sharing his coins with children in his village, buying them food and small gifts. He came to me and said, "For the first time, I feel wealthy." His joy came not from holding, but from letting go. Letting go of the fear of lack creates abundance in the heart. Death, the final letting go. Now, let us talk about something many avoid: death. For many, it is the greatest fear. But Buddhism teaches us that death is not the enemy. It is a natural part of life, like the leaves that fall in autumn. The tree does not cling. It trusts that spring will return. When we accept death, we begin to live. Because when we realize that everything is impermanent, our possessions, our bodies, even our pain, we see the beauty in each moment. The Buddha said, "Of all footprints, the elephant's is the greatest. Of all meditations, the meditation on death is supreme." Why? Because remembering death teaches us to cherish life. When your time comes, imagine it not as an ending, but as the greatest release, the final letting go. And when that moment arrives, wouldn't it be beautiful to meet it with a smile, knowing you are free? Family and relationships. Some of you carry wounds from family. Brothers who no longer speak. Children who feel distant. Old words that were never healed. But my friend, life is too short to carry these wounds until the grave. A grudge is a stone in your pocket. It weighs you down, but it hurts no one else. Even if the other person never apologizes, you can still choose to put the stone down. Forgiveness is freedom. Even if you never reconcile face to face, you can free your heart today. Daily practice of letting go. So how can you practice this in your daily life? When you wake up, place your hand on your heart and ask, what can I release today? Maybe it is a worry about health. Maybe it is regret from yesterday. Maybe it is the idea that you are too old to change. Release it. Breathe in deeply. With each exhale, imagine letting go of one burden, one thought, one fear. Do this every morning, and your load will become lighter and lighter. And smile. Smile at your past, because it gave you wisdom. Smile at your present, because it is a gift. Smile at your future, because it is not yet written, and you can meet it with peace. Impermanence. The secret of freedom. The Buddha's greatest teaching is impermanence. Everything changes. Joy comes and goes. Sadness comes and goes. Even your body, which once ran like a child, now walks slowly with age. But this too is beautiful, because it means nothing is fixed. When you understand impermanence, you stop clinging. You start appreciating. You begin to live fully, because you know each moment is precious. Imagine how light you would feel if you no longer carried the bitterness of yesterday or the fear of tomorrow. Imagine spending your final years not in worry, but in peace. That is the power of letting go. Closing blessing and invitation. So, my dear friend, let this teaching enter your heart. Happiness is not found in holding on. Happiness blooms when you release what no longer serves you. You are not too old. You are not too late. The time to be free is now. Take a breath. Release the burden. Smile. In this very moment, you are already lighter. You are already on your way to being truly happy. If this message touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Leave a comment with your reflections so others can learn from your wisdom. And if you wish to walk this path with me again, subscribe and join our circle of friends seeking peace, freedom, and joy. May you let go. May you be light. May you be free. And may you be truly happy.